What's up, guys? It's your Super Players and it's your host Tony G, bringing you an epic Krillin deck profile. And I've been playtesting this deck and it's been so much fun. I've been enjoying it so much, and honestly, check it out. Let me know in the comment section down below. Smash that like button for more awesome and unique deck profiles from your Super Players, and let's get to this awesome profile. So first of all, it's Krillin. When this card attacks a leader card, you may choose one card in your life and add it to your hand, and if you do, draw one card. And then when he's awakened, you restand one energy and you draw one card. And what's great about this guy is when he attacks, you draw one card, and then at the end of your turn, you draw one card. So you already +2. And not only that, his activate main once per turn. Choose one card in your hand and place it in the drop area, and this card gains 5,000 power and critical. So he's a 5k crit when you use that effect, but other than that, this guy just draws an insane amount. And don't forget to draw, because a lot of people forget to draw. I sometimes forget, but it's such an amazing ability. You always have a huge hand advantage, and stay tuned for an epic battle between Krillin and someone else with a bald head. So let's get to this deck profile. And so, like, it's a Krillin deck, we're gonna have some Krillin cards as well. So we're gonna start off with the first two Krillin cards that I'm gonna mention are Heavy Kick Krillin. I like this card because this is a blue-yellow variant, and if your leader card is blue and there's a multicolor card in your energy, when you combo with this card, it gets 5,000 combo for duration of the turn. So this guy becomes a 10k pseudo combo. That's how I call it, as long as there's a dual color. I might bump him up to 3, not sure, but it's been coming in very handy, especially when I'm trying to kill battle cards on the field. Just one combo, 10k. He could become a 30k or even a 25k. So it applies a lot of pressure, and it's been working out very well, to be honest. And so we got 4. I know this is an expensive card, but it's a must in this deck. Is Goku Black Unforeseen Darkness. Very great card, especially since you're playing blue-yellow. As long as you have a blue and yellow in your energy, pretty much a dual color, you get to draw 2 cards and choose one card in your hand and place it in the drop area, and then you restand one blue or yellow energy and switch it back to active. Such a great ability, and you're drawing so much, guys. Like I said, it draws an insane amount. And then we have Chapel the Iron Drake. This card is awesome because a lot of people tend to aggro you. We have a lot of dual color blue-yellow cards, so you're definitely going to bring him out very easily. And when your opponent needs to KO this guy or attack this guy, you're forcing them to tap out. Like, that's what I enjoy about this deck, is that you're forcing them to tap out, because if they don't, they attack, you're going to put one of your opponent's energy and switch it to rest mode. Such a great ability. I really enjoy it, and it's awesome. And then we have, since it's blue-yellow, we got to run your blue-yellow energy card. So we have Beerus, Fickle of God. We run 4 of those guys because it's a must with this deck. And then we have one of the best super combos. I think this one and I believe Nappa are one of the best super combos. We got Zamasu's Sacred Disbelief, because you could put your leader, your opponent's leader, or any battle card that's not barrier, obviously, to rest mode. This is a great card. Put it to rest mode. Stops people from pretty much aggroing you. If they attack you with a battle card, you play this, put the leader to rest mode. They can't draw anymore, or they can't use their effects. So I think that's such a great ability, and this card is one of the best super combos for this leader, in my opinion, because we do run arrival cards that are important. And since we're running blue-yellow, you gotta run Champa the Trickster, because this guy gets over barrier and deflect, and put any boss monster that they're bringing out to rest mode so that you can't die. This saves you. This saves me a bunch of games. I love this card. So you run 3 of these guys, Champa the Trickster, put them in rest mode, and then we run 2 Amphibious Assault Comfrey. Comfrey is a phenomenal card. Turn 2, if you go second or you go first, the following turn your opponent puts a dual color card, you gotta pretty much one drop 20k, because if all your opponent's energy is in rest mode, reduce the energy cost of this card by 2. This card is amazing just because of that. Turn 2 play one energy for a 20k beat stick. That is amazing. It gets over a lot of battle cards you need pretty much out of the way. And then we run, since we're running blue-yellow, I run 4 Bojack Pirate's Pride. This is a very defensive deck, very negate heavy. And what's great about this guy, as long as you have a blue-yellow card in your energy, You play him, negate the attack, and your opponent needs to mill the top card of their deck to the drop area. So sometimes you hit like those key cards, secret rares, extra cards that you don't want to see, like Frosted Lake Poison. Very phenomenal, and it's a pretty much 5k negate as well, so that makes it awesome. And then we have Jean and Martine. Very great card. Universe 12 and Angel. People could play Smoke Dragon. I'll play this negated skill. People play other cards that are pretty much 5 drops or less. This negates their skill. And not only that, once per turn, when you activate Aegis, you pretty much draw 2 cards. This, like I said, it's a very draw heavy card deck. And this guy withstands 2 of your energies. Can't complain about that. That's such an amazing ability. And then we got 2 hit rapid movement. I might bump this up to 3 because sometimes I don't want to use my super combos. I'll use this instead. As long as you have a blue-yellow multicolored card in your energy, reduce the combo cost of this card in your hand by 1. So a free dual colored 5k. So, and then it's free arrival, which makes it awesome. And then we run, since we don't really run, we don't have access to Cold Bloodlust. This guy is amazing, especially if your opponent is going for game sometimes. You arrival, and when you play this card, draw 1 card, and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and negate its skills for the duration of the turn. So that means if you're going aggressive, negate their skills. If you're going offensive or defensive, and they're attacking you with a quad strike or something like that, you could take away those skills. This card is amazing. It's like a Cold Bloodlust, but for 2 energy. That's what I like about it. And you draw a card. Very great. And then we run, you need blockers because a lot of these decks are very aggressive. And not only that, this guy puts into rest mode is Bojack, Resonant Agent of Destruction. Great card, great arrival target. He's a blocker, 20k blocker. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. Not only that, they mill the top card of their deck. So you get a block, 20k blocker, put something to rest mode, and they mill a card. So like I said, you make them lose those key cards sometimes. So, and since you're putting a lot of cards into rest mode, you are always going to be at 5 energy, which is crazy. Sometimes I trip out on it too, especially how the game is getting very aggressive and fast, but you do make it to turn 5. And so if you have 5 or more energy and Chilled is not in your battle area, when a card is pretty much rested, you could play him for free, which is a great card. Double strike, 25k. Great card. I love it. And since this deck really pretty much puts a lot of things in rest mode, you pretty much are going to bring them out. And then we have the secret rare. Like every deck must have a secret rare. And since we're playing blue-yellow, we have Power of Patora, Vegito, Kefla, and Zamasu. This is a great game finisher. And what more can you ask for? When your opponent has 6 or more cards in rest mode, you reduce the cost of this card by 3. So it becomes a 8 to a 5. And not only that, when you play this card, choose up to 4 of your opponent's battle cards or cards and switch them to rest mode and draw 4 cards. Like I said, this card draws a lot. Like this deck draws an insane amount, and this is a great game finisher. And if you aren't finishing the game by then, you should be double striking your opponent with double strike crit most of the time. Very strong card. I run to Further and Destruction Champa all the time. Very game winning card in my opinion. And then we have 2 Dimension Magics. Great card. We do run a lot of negates here already, so 2 Dimension Magics. I might bump this up to 3. I just don't know what to take out. So 2 Dimension Magics, just because Sparking is sometimes a great ability to restand 2 of your energies that are blue-yellow. And then we have 4 Senzu Bean because it's a must. Senzu Bean is still one of the most broken cards in the game, and will save your butt when you need it. And then we have, this card became crucial in my opinion now in this format, is 4 Flying Nimbus. You gotta run 4 because Vegeks will attack you an insane amount, and you need to stop them as soon as possible. Especially with this leader, you put yourself down, you bring down your life and self-awaken pretty quickly. So this will definitely stop you from getting too aggroed during defensive steps. And then we got 2 or 3 Universe 9 Assemble, so you could bring out your Iron Drake out, and you get to draw 2 cards when your opponent, like I said, if you go second or if you go first, turn 2, and they got a dual color card in rest mode, you could activate this, draw 2 cards, and bring out an Iron Drake so easily. Like I said, this deck draws an insane amount, guys. and it's one of my favorite leaders. And then we got one of the best extra cards in the game is 2 Frost Deadly Poisons. You gotta play this. You don't play Cold Bloodless, you play Frost Deadly Poison because your leader is not Frieza Army. So there you guys have it. So we run 2 of these guys to pretty much take away those big beaters and negating their skills and put them into rest mode. And that is the deck profile for Krillin, the shiny bald-headed man. And like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what cards you would add or change into this deck. I think this is great. Hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that like button from your host, Tony G. Stay tuned. We will have a super battle. So stay tuned. And like always, stay super.
I'm an MVP, OG's what I be. Draw 6 crap hand, then I'm a mulligan. I'ma draw again, got a golly hand now. I'm saying man, I'ma go first, so I'ma go with the Broly play. Pick up 7 from the top. I'ma make this beat pop just so I can send your cards to the motherfucking drop. You know how I do it like Broly.